What's happening, guys? So, after the absolute sham of a fight that took place last night between Adrian Broner and Adrian Granados, I went to bed last night thinking that, kind of hoping, it was wishful thinking. I was hoping that people all around the world who watched that fight, all of us online here in the YTBC and whatnot, the LDBC, whoever watches and talks about boxing online, I was hoping that we would all kind of come together and show our dignity and just be honest about the result of this fight, no matter what prejudices we have towards certain fighters, or no matter what kind of fighter we support or whatnot. I was hoping that everybody would be honest and just call this fight for what it was, because this fight and this decision was very damaging towards boxing. I can see a lot of people turning away from the sport because of what happened last night. Not just because of the decision, but because of the way the fight was officiated, because of how dishonest and how devious the commentary team were. And, I just wanted to, I just hope that people would at least call it for what it is, okay? Call a spade a spade. But sadly, people in the boxing community here online have no fucking integrity whatsoever, no honesty whatsoever, and they just go with whoever they like, don't they? They make up their own narrative and their own reality. They ignore reality and just go with whatever suits their agenda. It's fucking pathetic, man. This boxing community online is pathetic. You have got people uploading videos and people writing comments claiming that Adrian Broner won the fight and that it was a good performance and that it was competitive and they'd like to see a rematch. Seriously, anybody that says Adrian Broner won that fight, just fuck off, alright? Get the fuck off my channel, right? Because you're bad for boxing. Adrian Broner did not win that fight. I have serious questions. I haven't watched the fight a second time, but I have questions as to whether or not he even won a round. Okay, what the fuck did Broner do? I seen one idiot's video, and he was talking about, oh, well, throwing a lot of punches doesn't mean you won the fight. If you land the more precise punches, the cleaner punches, if your work was cleaner, then you're the winner. Absolutely. Absolutely, I agree. But that is not what Adrian Broner did. Adrian Broner did not land the cleaner punches. He never hurt Granados, unless you count the fucking forearms and the elbows. I mean, seriously, I said in my post-fight video that in the second round, and this was true, it was on the highlights. If you don't believe me, go and fucking watch it. After the second round, I mean, they showed the highlight of it to show how the damage appeared on Granados' nose. Adrian Broner hits Granados with the elbow and then immediately headbutts him in the face, damaging his nose, which of course had a detrimental effect on the fight, because then Granados wasn't able to get full power behind his punches. Because, and if any of you have ever sparred before or ever trained in boxing, if you damage your nose, it can affect your breathing. You end up breathing through your mouth and you end up dehydrated quicker. So it has a detrimental effect on the fight. But I'm seeing comments, from the usual fucking cunts who just make shit up, saying that they thought it was close, but Adrian Broner, he landed the cleaner, more effective punches. You guys are pathetic, alright? You've got no fucking integrity whatsoever. I just really hope that us as boxing fans could call this what it was, because, like I said, it's damaging to the sport. It really is. Now let's talk about how this fight went. Like I said, I haven't watched it a second time. I don't fucking want to watch it a second time because I already watched it live. It was in good quality when I seen it, so I know what the fuck I saw. Okay, I do, and thankfully my subscribers, at least anybody who commented on my post-fight video, the people who watch my videos, all seem to agree that the fight was a disgusting and despicable robbery, and because that's what it was. Adrian Granados, like I said, it's not just about work rate and how many punches you throw. He landed a heck of a lot more punches on Broner. He was working the body inside Broner, while Broner was just holding, grabbing hold with his fucking arms and just leaning forward and trying to push the guy back, while the guy's hitting him in the body and hitting him with hooks and whatnot. And then the guy steps back and throws a right hand, and Broner just jumps in and holds again, pushes his head in his face. Guys, this is illegal. Okay, this Andre Ward, Adrian Broner style of fighting, it is illegal. Okay, it is not effective inside boxing. It's not defense. It's not fucking ring generalship. I hate that. I hate that phrase, honestly. Ring generalship. It pisses me off. Okay, because people don't even know what the fuck ring generalship means. Just fucking disgraceful. I cannot believe that some of you guys are so dishonest that you would support this decision, talking about, oh, thank you, Al Heyman. Honestly, people in videos going, thank you, Al Heyman, this was a great fight. Getting on their knees, fucking jacking off to Al Heyman, man. He put on a good card, yes. Who the fuck cares? Okay, I've seen much better cards, alright? There were better fights on cards that I seen in Russia last year. Good cards in the UK. There were some very good top rank cards. There's always good cards in boxing, okay? You always see it. If you actually watch the undercard fights and you don't just tune in for the main event, you'll see that there's usually at least a couple of good fights on most of these cards. But people are just sucking Al Heyman's dick every time someone has a good fight on one of his cards. And this fight wasn't a good fight because Adrian Broner didn't make it a good fight. He was holding the whole fucking fight. He did more holding than he did punching, okay? I cannot believe that you American boxing fans can sit back and watch and look at that and think, yep, that guy's our fighter. He's representing our country. Are you guys dumb? Honestly, are you guys that fucking insecure? That you have to support Adrian Broner and you. I'm not saying you can't support the guy. Okay, if he's your fighter, support him. But don't fucking make excuses. Don't lie and say that you thought he won the fight. You know damn well that Adrian Broner did not win that fight. So stop fucking about. Stop lying. You guys are just being pathetic. Anybody that I'm seeing commenting saying, oh, Broner landed the clean, effective punches and he had the ring generalship. You're just as bad as the fucking arseholes that were saying that Andre Ward beat Sergey Kovalev because he hit him in the body in the clinches. You're just the same fucking morons. You just reject reality, you guys. You really do, and you just make shit up in your heads. I can't believe I've seen a few comments of people saying if you thought that Granados won, you're a casual. You're a casual fan if you thought that Granados won that fight. Would you know what? I guess I'm a casual fan because I know what I see. Who would you rather have been in there? Just like I asked, who would you rather have been in the Kovalev Ward fight with the way that fight happened? This one was even fucking worse. Who would you rather have been in that ring? Broner or Granados with the way that fight went? Well, I wouldn't want to get fucking elbowed and headbutted in the face and fucking groped and molested for 10 rounds. I wouldn't want to be Granados in there either, but, I wouldn't want to be fucking Broner getting his ass beat like that, getting hit to the body numerous times, getting fucking hit with hooks, straight rights, everything, every single time Granados decided to let his hands go, he was landing. Broner has no defense. I'm sick of people saying that Broner is defensively skilled like Mayweather and what. He's nothing like Mayweather. I mean, in terms of his attitude, yeah, but not in terms of his ability in the ring. The guy has no fucking defense. He gets hit numerous times in fights. I mean, he's got a fairly decent chin. I'll give him that, because if he didn't have a decent chin, he'd have been fucking knocked out in numerous fights. But I suppose it's easy to say that when he's... I mean, if Broner wasn't allowed to hold and foul as much as he was, if he wasn't allowed to just, grab hold for dear life every time the guy got close, then he probably would have got knocked out tonight, or last night. He probably would have got stopped. So, yeah, it sickens me to see how dishonest and how dishonorable a lot of these boxing fans are. It's particularly the Americans. I mean, look, if I'm supporting a fighter, and if my fighter loses, I hold my hands up. Okay, I do. I mean, if they lose clearly, and if it's not a robbery, obviously Sergey Kovalev didn't lose to Ward. Okay, we all know that. Any rational boxing fan knows that. But if I'm supporting a fighter and I see that fighter lose, I'm not gonna pretend like that fighter won just because I support them. Okay, because I have integrity. Okay, I have honor, and I've noticed that most of the people that subscribe to me and that comment on my videos, they're the same. If they support a fighter and that fighter loses, they don't pretend and act like their fighter won. That they have some level of dignity, some level of honor. They're just honorable people. But a lot of boxing fans these days, they just have no honor whatsoever. And I know I'm ranting like fucking this video. I know this is a negative video. I don't want to be making videos like this, but it just annoys me. It does. It irritates me. As a guy who's been watching boxing my whole life, it irritates me to see how, just how misleading and how dishonest people are, man. Seriously. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Adrian Broner, He lost this fight clearly, just like he lost. He lost to Maidana and he lost to Sean Porter. He lost this fight too. Okay, this should be his third defeat, and some would even argue that he lost to Malignaggi and De Leon too. So yeah, Adrian Broner, I don't ever want to see him in a ring again. Just stick Adrian Broner in the ring with the Garcia Thurman winner. Just stick him in the ring with that fight, with the winner of that fight, because then they can just finish him off. I mean, look, Adrian Broner, he's not a talented fighter. He's not, okay. He's a gifted fighter. He's a guy who's been given opportunities that he doesn't deserve. I mean, calling him a four-time world champion. Honestly, I laugh when I hear, when I have to say in videos that people like Ricky Burns are three-time world champions. I find it funny because the guy's just not a world-class fighter at all. I feel exactly the same way about Broner. Calling him a four-time world champion is a mockery to the sport, and it puts a bad mark on these world titles. It really does. It shows how meaningless the title of world champion is nowadays in boxing. It really doesn't mean anything, does it? So, anyway, I'm done, guys. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.